dear students, welcome back. Friends are those who picks you up even when no one else noticed you have fallen. Remember children, good friends help you bring back all important things that you might have lost, like your smile, your hope and courage. Today in this video lecture children, we are going to revise Reader Chapter 7, The Last Leaf, and learn about a story of two friends. So let's start the summary of the chapter. The Last Leaf is a famous short story by O. Henry about sacrifice and friendship. Johnsy had fallen ill with pneumonia and was tended to by her friend Sue. Both are painters. Sue was the optimistic one and Johnsy was the opposite. She thinks she will die as soon as the last leaf on the old withered tree that she can see from her bed falls. The doctor thinks she had given up on her life, so any medical intervention will not work. In the meantime, Bearman, a 60-year-old artist who lives next door, came by to visit them. He had taken it upon himself to look after the two girls. Sue tells Bearman about the last leaf theory of Johnsy's. He is appalled. Soon after the leaves in the tree start to fall, all except the last one. Johnsy expects it to fall, but it doesn't. She gets the message and gets well. At the same time, Bearman falls ill with the same disease and he is taken to the hospital. He dies after 2 days. Later it is discovered that Bearman who drew the last leaf on the tree, which is why it never fell. He sacrificed his life to save Johnsy. So this was the summary of the chapter children. Now let us take the reading. The Last Leaf, adapted from the short story by O. Henry. Toward winter, a bad sickness called pneumonia infected the people of Grade-Viii village. Johnsy too was affected. She lay on her bed almost without moving and looked through the window at the wall of the house next to hers. One morning, the busy doctor spoke to Sue alone in the hall. She has a chance if she wants to live. Your little lady has decided that she is not going to get well. Is there something that is troubling her? She always wanted to go to Italy and paint a picture of the Bay of Naples. Paint, not paint. Is there anything worth being troubled about? A man? A man? No, doctor, there is not a man. It is weakness. I will do all I know how to do. After the doctor had gone, Sue went into the workroom to cry. Then she walked into Johnsy's room with her painting materials. Johnsy lay there, very thin and very quiet. Sue thought she was asleep. As she worked, she heard a low sound again and again. She went quickly to the bedside. Johnsy's eyes were open wide. She was looking out of the window and counting back. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Sue looked out the window. What was there to count? There was only the side windowless wall of the next house. An old tree grew against the wall. The cold breath of winter had already touched it. Almost all its leaves had fallen from its dark branches. What is it, dear? 6. They are falling faster now. 3 days ago they were almost 100. It hurt my head to count them, but now it's easy. There goes another one. There are only 5 now. 5 what, dear? Tell your Sue. Leaves on the tree. When the last one falls, I must go too. I have known that for 3 days. Didn't the doctor tell you? Oh, I never heard of such a thing. What does an old tree have to do with your getting well? The doctor told me your chances are very good. Try to eat a little now, and then I will go back to work. And then I can sell my picture and buy something more for you to eat. You don't have to buy anything for me. She still looked out of the window. There goes another. No, I don't want anything to eat. Now there are 4. I want to see the last one fall before night. Then I will go too. After a while, Sue is sitting and painting on a chair by the window. Couldn't you work in the other room? I would rather be here by you, and I don't want you to look at those leaves. Tell me as soon as you have finished. She closed her eyes and lay white and still. Because I want to see the last leaf fall, I have done enough waiting. I have done enough thinking. I want to go sailing down, down, like one of those leaves. Try to sleep. I must call Bearman to come up here. I want to paint a man in this picture. I will make him look like Bearman. Don't try to move till I come back. Old Bearman was a painter who lived on the first floor of their house. He was past 60. He had had no success yet. But he always talked of painting a great masterpiece one day. He earned money by letting others paint pictures of him. Sue found him in his dark room. She told him about Johnsy and the leaves on the vine. What? Are they such fools? Why do you allow her to think such a thing? That poor little Johnsy. She is very sick and weak. The sickness has put these strange ideas into her mind. Johnsy was sleeping when they went up. Sue covered the window and took Bearman into the other room. There they looked out the window fearfully at the tree. In the morning, after an hour's sleep, Sue went to Johnsy's bedside. Johnsy was looking towards the window. I want to see. Even after the rain and wind of the night, there still was one leaf to be seen against the wall. It is the last one. I thought it would surely fall during the night. I heard the wind. It will fall today, and I shall die at the same time. Dear, dear Johnsy, think of me. If you won't think of yourself, what would I do? Johnsy did not answer. As it grew dark, they could still see the leaf, hanging from its branch against the wall. The rain and the wind came with the night and beat against the windows. Next morning, Johnsy commanded again that she be allowed to see. The leaf was still there. Johnsy lay for a long time looking at it, and then she called to Sue. I have been a bad girl, Sue. Something has made that last leaf stay there to show me how bad I was. I will try to eat now, but first bring me a looking glass so that I can see myself. And then I will sit up and watch you cook. Sue, someday I hope to paint the Bay of Naples. The doctor came in the afternoon. The chances are good. Give her good care and she will get well. Now I must see another sick person in this house. His name is Pps-Main, a painter, I believe, pneumonia too. The next day the doctor said to Sue, she is safe. You have done it. Food and care now. That's all. That same afternoon, Sue came to the bed where Johnsy lay and her arm around her. I have something to tell you. Mr. Pps-Main died of pneumonia today in the hospital. He was ill only 2 days. Someone found him on the morning of the first day in his room. His shoes and clothes were wet and as cold as ice. There was a light that he had taken outside and his materials for painting, green paint and yellow paint. Johnsy stared through the window at the last leaf on the wall. Look out the window, dear, at the last leaf on the wall. Didn't you wonder why it never moved when the wind was blowing? Oh, my dear, it is Pps-Main's great masterpiece. He painted it there the night that the last leaf fell.